Hi Geminis, how are you? This is Shooting Stars Tarot. Welcome to your mid-monthly reading for the second half of January. I apologize for the delay. I came back from a trip and my house was flooding for 4.5 to 5 days. Like literally water was flowing through the house for 4.5 to 5 days straight. It was crazy. So I've been dealing with that. It's been nuts. So I apologize for this being late. Private readings are also a tiny bit late. So just be expecting those over the next day or so. I'm finally settled in a new location and temporary location at a friend's house. So anyway, this isn't even my normal table, so the lighting might be a little bit off. Anyway, let's get started with your reading. All right, Spirit and Universe, what are the messages and advice and guidance that you have for Geminis regarding their love life for the second half of January? Gemini's love life for the second half of January. What are the guidance and messages and advice that you have for Geminis? Okay. Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups, Page of Swords reversed, King of Swords, Eight of Swords, the Moon, Three of Pentacles, the High Priest, King of Cups, the Death card. Hold on. Let me make sure you can see all of these. All right, Geminis. Okay, you have a big couple of weeks emotionally. Geminis, you are the King of Swords. So coming out of the end of 2016 and first part of 2017, you're in your element, okay? You're strategizing. You know what you want to do this year. You know what you want to do with your life. You know what you want to do with your love life. And you are strategizing and planning and analyzing and mapping, okay? You're probably trying to figure out the most efficient way to get what you want this year and to work towards it. Now, as we start all of those activities, it causes people to be a little stressed out, okay? You're taking a lot of action, all right? You could also be involved with a fire sign, okay? This is very possible. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're actually looking right at each other. So this is your primary card for the second half of January. So your focus is either on an air sign or your focus is on taking action to implement your plan, okay? The Queen of Wands is, like I said, a fire sign, and she loves taking action to reach her goals, okay? She likes money, she likes nice things, she likes people, she likes action, she likes plans, she likes reaching her goals, okay? She's very action-oriented, very positive and optimistic about, one, her capabilities. Okay, this could be male or female. Very optimistic and positive about her capabilities and her viewpoint and how the outcome will turn about. Okay, she knows she's going to do X, Y, and Z to obtain A, B, and C. Okay, now, in the realm of love, though, you could be involved with a fire sign, and it could be occupying your energy because they may have left, or you may be afraid that they have left, or you may be leaving or wanting to leave, okay? Or take a time out, or just check out of the relationship for a minute, okay? Somebody needs some space. Most likely it's Gemini, because air signs need more space in relationships than other signs, and it's not a bad thing. You just need some space to or sort your thoughts and get emotional and mental clarity, and then you come back to the relationship, okay? This could be a couple days, this could be a couple weeks, could really be a couple months, but air signs really like to have those moments where they can just be with themselves to get back to their core, okay? So that could be what's going on. The reason why I'm talking about anybody leaving or going anywhere is because we have the Eight of Cups crossing the Queen of Wands. Eight of Cups does mean somebody leaving, okay? It could be spiritually leaving. It could be emotionally checking out, okay? It could be physically or mentally checking out, because you're still there, or they think that you're still there. The emotions are still there. There's just this moment where somebody leaves, okay? It doesn't mean they have to leave the situation for good, though. Okay? And what's grounding you is the Page of Swords, and this is a card when this is upright, okay? The Page of Swords means somebody is watching, spying, gathering information, but it's reversed, okay? So nobody's doing that. There's trust, okay? There's just pressure is what I'm sensing. There's trust, there's just pressure. And it's pressure, Gemini, that you're putting on yourself. If you look at this Eight of Swords, she is free, she is beautiful, she is open, she is capable and healthy. But what she sees in the mirror is what she sees as her reflection is somebody that is bound by her own worry and her own thoughts and her own stress. Okay, so she's doing this to herself. You're doing this to yourself. If you're stressed out, Gemini, about a person or relationship, or you're wanting to leave for a minute because of whatever reason, just know that they don't feel that way at all, and you're stressing yourself out for no reason. Okay, so just keep that in the back of your mind when you have those moments where you do feel stressed out, or if you are questioning. You know, you're very cognitive anyway, Gemini, because you're an air sign. Your air signs are ruled by their thought and their mind. So you know that you have just as much control over seeing yourself like this and causing this reality in your life, just as much control as you do this outcome. Okay? For whatever reason, though, Gemini, you're very worried about it. It's causing emotional distress. Okay? That's what the Moon card is. Okay? It's emotional stress, and it's a sign that you need to get out of this state of mind and this spinning and treading water, treading this emotional water and this emotional plane, and move forward, move out into the open sea where you can see the vast moonlight shining on the whole ocean. Okay, you're stuck in this bay, or you're stuck in this inlet, and you need to swim out here, get past these emotional gates is what I call them, past these. Go out into the real, fresh, clean, open water. That's where the real emotional depth is, okay? Getting stuck here serves no purpose, okay? So as you're checking out, or as you're leaving, or taking this moment of reprieve from love, okay? You're focusing on work, okay? This card in this position means how you are feeling about the situation. This is the Three of Pentacles. This means that you're just going to focus on work. You're putting all of your mental capacity, all of your emotional, spiritual, physical capacity into your work. Okay, this is trying to get more work, trying to get more commissions, being commissioned for a big job, at extra projects at work. So you're just throwing yourself into work, okay? How your partner is viewing the situation, this is the Hierophant, the High Priest, okay? This is calling in outside expertise, okay? Emotional or spiritual guidance, or institutional guidance in the form of a religious organization, or psychological study, okay? Or maybe talking to a therapist or a counselor, or just researching higher level thinking about a situation, okay? This card can also be the card of marriage alliance, so keep that in mind. But how they're feeling about the situation, okay? They're looking outside of the relationship for answers about the relationship, okay? And that can be good or bad based on what happens, okay? Now, how your hopes and fears are sitting with this reading and with this partnership or this love interest is the King of Cups. And this is, you're hoping that they are going to be gracious and understanding and have emotional maturity while you focus on work. Now, the reason you're focusing on work could be something that we're not aware of. It could be because you're being emotional. It could be because you're checking out of the relationship and just focusing on work. We don't know. I'm not sensing anybody else is in the picture. I'm not sensing that there's been any sort of betrayal of any sort. Okay, so you're just going and doing your thing, and you're really hoping that your partner or love interest will be understanding. Okay, King of Cups is somebody that is very understanding, very emotionally mature and patient. Okay, and there is a transformation that happens in your love life. Okay, whether it be meeting somebody new or a relationship evolves, because the outcome card that you have is the Death card, and this is the card of transformation. Something ends and something begins. So maybe this ending is this time out that you're taking. Maybe that ends and then you get back into the relationship and you feel more connected to them. Maybe the end is that you do ultimately end the relationship or thinking about it because you want something different. But that's not being indicated here at all. Okay, this just means transformation. So whatever is going on in your love life, Gemini, at the end of January, there will be some sort of transformation. Okay. All right, Spirit and Universe, what are the overview and outcome, high-level overview and outcome messages that you have for Geminis regarding this specific reading for the second half of January? I don't take flippers usually, okay? A lot of people have been getting upset at that. I normally don't. If I do, it's because I really feel like I should. There's no rule about flippers. Okay. King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Yes, you're focusing on work, okay? And you may be involved with a fire sign, you may be involved with an earth sign, but somebody is focusing on work and not focusing on the relationship, okay? That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that your focus is somewhere right now, okay? You're focusing on building your life. They may be focusing on building their life. They or you may be enjoying being single or enjoying the freedom, okay? Again, you're doing your thing. Okay, someone's kind of walking away, you're checking out for a minute. It doesn't mean the relationship is over. It just means that you need your space to feel you again. Okay, they may be doing it too. But it's so you can get grounded again and whole in yourself. And no one's taking any drastic action to try to save or ruin the relationship. The Knight of Swords is frantic, directed, spasmy type of action to try to save something and fix something. Okay, he's charging in to this burning house or this burning relationship, trying to fix it and resolve it. When this is reversed, he's not doing that. Okay, he's letting it go. Okay, not so it's over. He's just not going above and beyond to fix anything. He's just trusting in the time and space and allowing it to come to fruition as it will be. Okay. All right, Gemini, well, I hope you enjoyed your reading for the second half of January. Traditionally, these will be a little bit shorter than the monthly readings. I will be getting the February readings up soon, and so be on the lookout for those. All right, thank you so much. Bye.